Hello, it's Cassie. Welcome to day 19 of Art Advent Live and Crafting Our Stash. I'm very excited to get started. I love my stamp today, actually. Today is Face for Carved December, and I took some time on this one. It's a pretty big stamp, and I actually did a face. So I'm really excited to share it with you. So yeah, and then Craft Your Stash prompt is die cut shapes. Ooh, I was so focused on my stamp. Okay, I have some. Hold on. I'm going to grab some while people are joining. I completely forgot to grab some. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. Just going to grab like something random. That could be fun. Okay. Here we go. And I have a die cut machine behind me. Sorry about that. Okay, so die cut shapes. Now we have some, yay. And I have my face. So we're going to get started right away so we can have enough time to make a project. If you're here live, say hi so I can chat with you. And if you're here on the replay, then just type #replay and let me know if you have any questions or anything. So I just grabbed a couple, like I didn't even look, I just went in the bin and grabbed a few out. Die cut shapes you can use in a million different ways. So we're going to have to do something bigger than my normal size tag today because the tag won't be big enough for my face. So 1 second. My throat is scratchy. So we're going to do it's going to be big enough. Maybe, excuse me, my throat keeps going in and out. So I've got a piece of chipboard. We'll just work on this. I don't even know if it's going to be big enough. Here's my face if you want to see. So that is what she looks like. And this is her stamped. So I'm pretty excited. She's fun. She's got some issues, but you know, this one took a little bit to carve. So I'm pretty excited about it and happy. We're going to put the face on here. I think maybe off to the side even or something. But yeah, it's big enough. So we'll do that. And then we're going to, maybe we could use pattern paper or whatever to cut out some shapes, or we could do it on regular paper and use it sort of as a background. This might look cool in her hair. We could use some of these feathers. There's some really fun flowers here we could cut out. So we're just gonna play and have some fun and figure it out as we go. So I'm gonna put this aside first. And actually what I think I wanna do is, well, I don't know if I'm going to use these. I think I would like to try to use all of them. And I might even still have that butterfly. Do I? Yes. Yes, I do. So we could use this butterfly shape too, if we really want to. And we're going to play with die cut shapes today. So get out your metal dies and make something fun with me. So I don't know. Let's see how we want to use this. We could use it. Well, let's see. This is going to go on here. It will be facing the other way, but whatever. It's going to kind of be off to the side. I think I really like, oh, it's not even, I was going to say it has to be open. I'm pretty sure I've used this before. Yeah, this cuts into your card, or does it? Oh no, it cuts it out. Let's do this one first because this might help me sort of decide what direction we're going in. I really like these feathers. I wonder if they could be part of the background or something. That might be really fun. Let's cut them out and see. So I'm going to just cut them out of some of my mixed media paper. Let's see here. So I've got this. We've used plenty of times already, the Van Gogh mixed media paper. And so I'm going to get a piece of this out. This paper is so good for using any kind of medium on, paint or markers or whatever, crayons, ink, anything. So it's kind of my go-to. I'm going to cut a piece big enough and you'll see what we're going to do here. So just do it. So I love these big dies because they're just, I like statement pieces, you know, And I just like it. It's a little bit different than normal, and I think it's pretty cool. So I've got my Grand Marquis. It's the most portable of the ones I have, so I can just bring it in and out. So I'm going to use that, but any die cutting tool will work. Let's see, let's go this way. So I'm just putting this sandwich in here of the paper and the die and going to run it through. I'm still looking at this Wax Effects paint from Deco Art that we didn't use yet. I'm wondering if we can maybe use that today in our project. I might like to try to figure that out. Move it out of the way so I can get this out of here. So let's look at what we get with this feather. It's like a peacock feather kind of thing. Ooh, so pretty. Let's get the pokey tool. Do you, let me know in the comments, do you use dies and make die cut shapes to use for different things, or not so much? Do you have a lot of them? Do you have questions about them? Let me know. I'd love to help you. And this is that time, you know, to be able to ask questions, and we can experiment and play around. So this is the full die. Now you could look at how pretty that is. My goodness. So I could snip in here and just take one of these feathers out or something, you know, but I really kind of like the whole thing. Let's see what else we want to die cut. I'm doing it here with you too, because in case you have questions, or like if someone's not done this before. I think a lot of crafters have, but you know, there are new crafters all the time. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to use stuff and what they're using and all of that. Okay, we're going to put that away. I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one and cut it out just out of that mixed media paper. Excuse me for that loud sound. Let's get some more paper here. Okay, I've got a whole stash of stuff over here. And so we'll just line this up. This is meant to be like an edgeable kind of thing, or like an edge die, whatever. But we can use it however we want. I might even just cut the flowers out of it and maybe put them in our hair or something. That could be really cute. But dies can be used in so many ways. I know that, you know, what I feel like happens is like people that, hold on, I'm trying to line this up here. Folks that like are predominant card makers definitely use dies. Maybe in scrapbooking you might use them. I don't see it as much in art journaling world, and I'm not sure why, because dies can be so effective in adding like physical texture to your journal page, you know, just like a stencil can, you know. And there's so many interesting dies out there. So I just thought, why not have a play with them today. If you're predominantly an art journaler, or like mixed media or 3D crafter, and you don't use dies that often, this is a great one to pay attention to, because you know, there's just so many ways you can use them. And also you can ask me questions, and I love to help you out. So this one, you know, doesn't cut on this one line because it's meant to go on the edge of a card, but we can use it however we want. So I'm just going to take off the sides of this because I don't care about this other side. I'm probably going to snip out some of the flowers and just use them on her hair, and all of that cut out, and I don't have to poke anything. So now before I cut, oh, we can do the butterfly. Let's do the butterfly too. Maybe the butterfly can be on paper that already has a pattern. What do you think of that? Let's see, what do we want to do? You know what? I have this beautiful rice paper that we used the other day from Jane Davenport. Maybe I could pick something out of here. Let's look and see. Isn't that gorgeous? Really love her art so much. Ooh, this is fun. We could do a butterfly out of that. Nice face. Okay, what if we do it out of this one, just to pick something different for today? And put this back. I really love using all my stash to do this stuff here. So let's see, I kind of want something like right here. So I get, I gotta set it down. So I get some of that lighter stuff and some of the like the lines. Maybe I'll go this way. That looks pretty fun. And I want both pieces because I want to cut out. Oh no, I don't need this one because it's still going to cut it out, isn't it? Yes, I don't need this piece. But I do think I want some tape if I can find my mint tape really quickly. Yes, I found it. Score. So exciting. Mint tape is really great for any die cutting that you're going to do. It is sticky enough to hold it in place while it goes through, but it's not too sticky to, you know, tear your project or anything. So I recommend that. And then I'm just going to cut this little piece out of here really carefully and with precision. And then where's my folder? So this part's a little bit boring, but necessary. So we have the things. And again, this is the machine I'm using is a manual machine. It just has a folder. You will just need to refer to whatever machine you have, and probably if you already have it and you've been using it, you know what to do. But if you don't, all machines have different plate systems or folders or something to allow you to cut out different thicknesses of dies. Okay, so the Thinlit that we're using, Thinlit is a term that Sizzix uses for their thin metal dies, but you know, it's not a general term, but I'm using it as a general term here. But just so you know, it's a thin metal die. And as long as you're not using a super thick material, it should be able to cut out of lots of different kinds of materials. Just nothing too thick. Okay, let me get my pokey tool. This one, oh, this one's coming out nicely. Okay. Look at on rice paper. It's more delicate. It's really, really pretty. I love this. This is going to be great. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff to play with here. I'm really excited. Okay, we're going to put that aside, and then I don't really know how I'm going to use this yet. Maybe we won't use it. I'm not sure. But I think we have a good start. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and I'll just keep it there. And if something comes up later, then we can cut it out and use it. But I'm going to put the machine back for now. And let's just start making a project. All right. All the cutting is done. Move those pieces out. So, all right. So the butterflies after, the flowers after, this is going to go on the background some kind of way. And I think I just kind of want it like right in the middle here. The other thing I could do actually is put this off to the side. No, I'm going to put that in her hair. I really like that idea. So this is going to glue onto here. So I am going to use white gesso because I'm going to have to gesso this anyway. So white gesso isn't generally an adhesive. I wouldn't, ooh, that was hard to do. I wouldn't say, hey, use white gesso as adhesive. But in this case, since we're going to use it, once we put this down anyway, it's wet and it's going to stick and it's going to seal it down. So we're just going to do it all in one step. Okay, so I'm going to start with white gesso, and I just dipped that right in there, didn't I? And I'm going to cover this whole piece of chipboard. And I don't even care what it looks like. I don't care if there's paint strokes, whatever. And we're going to go over it again anyway, so no big deal. Okay, so it's totally covered. And then I'm going to take my die cut piece, and this is going to be our textured background. So just like if you had a stencil similar to this and you laid it down and you made the texture, and then, you know, we could paint over it or spray or whatever we're doing. This is the same thing. It's just using paper instead of like a modeling paste or something. So die cuts are great for making interesting backgrounds. And now we're going to put the white gesso over all of it. this paper would accept paint or art sprays or stuff like that because of the type of paper it is. So that's good. But let's say you were using, I don't know, some other kind of paper, regular cardstock or something that doesn't really work nicely with those other mediums. You would want to be covering it with gesso anyway, so that if we spray over top of this or put paint or whatever, it's going to behave the way it's supposed to. So look how quickly we just created some fun texture on our background. Can you see there? Super awesome. I'm going to just paint the edges. And then I'm going to dry it, and I'm going to do a second coat because it's fairly well covered, but not as much as I would like. So, okay. So let me know how you're doing today. It's Friday. I'm so excited. It's the weekend. I'm excited to sleep in tomorrow. I don't think I have to be up early for anything, which is my favorite thing in the world. Okay, here we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let me dry it. Messy fingers already. That's wonderful. And really the only reason I'm drying it before I put another layer down is because if I just keep moving the paint around, it's just going to keep moving it around. It's not going to make a second coat. And we really want to get rid of some of these darker areas and make it nice and bright and white. So now that it's dry, I can come in and do a second coat and move it around and really get good coverage. And I'm making sure to have enough gesso on here so I can get down in the cracks of all of this detail, because we want to highlight this texture in a little bit when we add some color. And that's, yeah, and so that's just the best way to do that. So I'm just kind of squishing in the cracks and then kind of smooth it out. And take your time. So fun doing mixed media projects. I haven't done stuff like this in a while, and I really love it. I think I'll be doing a bit of this over the holiday break. Do you get to have any time off to just rest or be with family, or maybe even take a trip if that's your preference over the holiday break? I hope you do. Get ready for the new year to start and all the exciting new projects we have going on. Okay, I need a paper towel to dry my brush. I don't want to leave it in the water. I meant to get clean water too, and I forgot. Okay, and then I think we're going to set this aside and let it dry for a minute. I've got to stamp her on paper so we can add her to this later. So let's set this aside for now, and it can dry for a minute. I'm going to get a baby wipe to clean up this gesso, just so we can sort of stay clean a little bit as we go. All right. Sorry if I'm shaking. Okay, most of that's dried, so I think we're okay to keep going. Let me use some more of this paper for her. Okay, and I think I would like her to be, well, let's see. Yeah, she can be black. She can be black. She'll stand out over everything. So I'm going to use the Hero Arts Intensified Black. This is a, what is it? Does it tell me? No, it doesn't. It's I forget what kind of ink it is. Hold on. I'm going to think while I'm doing it. It's a hybrid ink. That's the word I was trying to think of. So you could use it with alcohol products or water-based products. So that's good. I want to make sure I have really good coverage, and there's some holes there. So I'm just going to take it over here. I'm not going to be able to do a second time if it doesn't work out. I mean, on the same image anyway. So okay, I think we're ready. This is good mixed media paper. It's going to be great. And we're going to set her down. I'm going to cut her out anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's straight. Yeah, anyway, in the comments, if you could tell me how you use your die cuts, if you do, or how you use metal thin dies, I would love to hear about it. Okay, here we go. Just making sure I've pressed down everywhere. I don't want to miss any part of it. I can always stamp again, but there we go. It's a little smudge on her ear, but no big deal. I have a couple little lines from the way it was carved, but that's just part of the charm, I think, too. I really like her. I think she's fun, and I'm excited to work with her. So I'm going to cut this out while I have it here, and then we can just set it aside. Oh. All right. I don't know if she's going to stay black and white or if we're going to want to add color. I think I'll just wait till the end and see what feels the best, because I do think I want the background to have a lot of color. So it might be cool to leave her black and white. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Oh, she's got a couple marks on that side too. That kind of worked out. Okay, good deal. Keep moving. Here she is. Super fun. She's got such big eyes. It's funny. Okay, so now the butterfly is, oh, where'd the butterfly go? Oh, it's hiding back here. It was floating away. Butterfly's done, right? This, let's see. First we can get smaller scissors, and here, we'll use the really small ones, and just snip out some of these leaves and flowers and sort of collect the elements that we're going to use and see how we want to use them. Okay, what do I want to do here? Okay, I'll just do, well, there we go. I'll cut this way. It doesn't have to be a completely finished flower. It's like part of the petals are cut off, but I think that's okay. All right. This one I might be able to save some petals. I just don't want it to look like a straight line, you know? Oh, I can cut this part off. Okay, and then just sort of round the edges. How are we doing? Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Let's see on the girl if we're going to use her. So the flowers are going this way, so they'd have to be on this side. I think I will definitely take them apart. Let's see. I have one set of leaves here. So let me color them in first. I think it'll be easier to see kind of what we want to do if they have some color on them. So I'm going to get another piece of paper. Ooh, okay. Yes, I want to use this. Oh, I got a big old mess over here. Here we go. Oh, this will work. I have a small one. That works even better. Okay, so I'm going to color these. I'm just going to use some of my Ecoline markers because it's quick and easy. And let's do some pink and yellow maybe. I love that combo. And we'll get a little bit darker pink for some shading. And then what about maybe some green? A couple of greens for those leaves. And that'll be nice and fun and bright. Okay, so let's start. Let's just do the leaves first. They're right here. I'm going to start with the light green. And I'm just going to color over the whole thing. Really simple. Doesn't have to be anything crazy or fancy. Just add some pretty color. And then I'm going to go over it a little bit with the darker green where I think there might be shadow. So maybe on the underside of the leaf, just to give it a little bit of dimension, you know. And maybe on this side. And then over here. I'm kind of going on the side. It doesn't need to be like fully filled in, you know, it's just, there we go. Check that out. Oh, it's a little bit harder to see that way. Let me do it this way. Okay, so just add a little bit of shading onto the leaf, and maybe that's going to go there. I don't know if we're going to do the leaf at all, but let's see. I don't know if I like this little piece on here. I think I kind of want to take that off. We can let it be off to the side, maybe it be on the top or something. And then the smaller one I want to be yellow. Oh, there's leaves on here too, so we'll need that green again. So I'm just going to do yellow. And I could add some pink and make a little bit of orange to add some. The other yellows I have, I'm not sure if they're dark enough to add like some actual. Let's see. Do I have any? Let's see what this light pink does. Where do I want to put it? Let's see, maybe over here. That's a bit dark. It's not quite what I want it to do. Let's see. I do have an orange right here. It's kind of a lightish orange, but it might look better. Okay, sure. All right, that's good. And then we'll do the green again. There we go. And add a little bit of darker green again, just on the bottom. And on the stem. Okay, that one's good. Just add a little bit of color there. And I don't know where that's going yet. And then let's do the other one in pink. Well, this is a bit darker than I thought it was. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my throat got really dry there for a second. Okay, finishing up this flower. I love that I can use markers to do stuff like this and still give it kind of a watercolor effect if I wanted anyway, without having to get watercolors out. What is that on the bottom? Is that more flower or is it leaves? It's kind of strange. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think I'll just make it all pink. It kind of looks like part of another flower. Maybe they're just like tucked together. Okay, that's good. Let's see. I do have a darker pink here. I don't know. Ooh, it's brighter. Ooh, okay. I should have used this one first. Well, I'm just going to go over this here and there because it's a little bit brighter and it looks really pretty. So, all right. So now we have some flowers that we can use some kind of way. Maybe put the leaves over that one part and do this one. Super pretty. Okay. And then what do we want to do? Now we want to go back to our base. So let me put my markers back so I can try to stay a little bit organized. And then we'll get our base back and see if it's dry. It's almost there, but I'm just going to give it a little zap here. Okay, while I was trying it, I was thinking it would be really pretty if I added some like turquoise and blue and maybe some purple to this background, especially since we have some warmer colors for the flowers up here, and it'll help her kind of stand out a little bit. And I want some shimmer, so I'm going to grab some Lindy sprays. Or should I do magicals? Actually, let's do magicals. We haven't used those as much, and in case you've never seen them, you can get a good look. Here, I'm gonna bring the whole basket over since we're getting in our stash anyway, right? Here's my basket of magicals. It's not all the colors, but it's a lot, and I've had them for a long time, and they last literally forever. I really like this hydrangea blue. It's got a really nice shimmer to it, so we're gonna use that one. And then I want like a deep purple. This is pretty good. It has a good shimmer as well, but I might even go darker if I can find it. Sorry for the noise here. Time travel teal is good, but it's kind of dark. We're just going to get a few colors and then we'll play around, okay? That's too dark. Let's see. I wanted another like darkish purple. I wonder if there's a better way to store these so I can see all the colors I want quickly. Maybe I should work on that in the new year. Ooh, what's this one? Ooh, polka purple. That might be darker. Okay, I think we'll stick with this. There's one in my head. Ooh, is this it? I don't know if that's it. I don't think that's it, but there is one in my head that I sort of had in mind. Oh, that's flat. Okay, we'll leave that one up. Okay, I think we're gonna be good. Yeah, we'll be good. And I will take this down. Okay, let's work with what we've got here. So we have some that are actually all of these have shimmer. Does this one? I'm not sure. This one might be flat. Usually, if it's flat, it will say flat magical. But if it doesn't, it's got some shimmer in it. And I think all of these do. Yeah. So, okay. So let's start with lighter colors and work our way up to the dark colors. I'm going to move all of this out of the way so it doesn't get anything on it. And we're going to work on the back of this paper so we don't waste any magical and or make a huge mess. So we're going to start with, I might use all of these. I don't know. We could just do little bits here and there. This one's called Sassy Sapphire. It's more of a light blue. It's very shimmery. And I need a good brush for this. We're going to use one of my Willow Wolf watercolor brushes. And I need fresh water. So I'm going to put little piles of water down here. And we're also going to spritz this with water as we go. So actually, why don't we start with that? Let's see. Let's just start with it over here. And my brush is wet, so I can pick up some powder. And we're going to tap. Okay, that's good. Let's just put it down and start moving it. Oh, isn't that pretty? So pretty. Magicals are named that for a very good reason. Look at this, the tiniest bit of pigment, and look at how vibrant and amazing that is. And look at how it brings out all that texture in that feather. Isn't that so good? Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so we're starting with Sassy Sapphire. I think that's enough. Just a really nice, like bright, light-ish blue. Then we're going to go to Hydrangea Blue. This is a bit darker, but it also does have shimmer, and it's also really lovely. I think I like just having the water everywhere. So I'm just going to put water everywhere, and then we'll just sort of paint it in. Look. Ooh, Ooh, the shimmer on this too is so good. It's like a greenish, turquoisey kind of shimmer. And then, you can let it run. Oh, so pretty. Ooh, I love what's happening over here. That's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna let this do its thing. I don't want any white in the end, okay? So that's good. I'm going to put this away for now. Actually, let's put just a tiny bit down here. I'm going to try to pick up some of this even, just to ground it over there. Okay. And then we'll move to purple. Or no, I do have some turquoise, some time travel teal. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to need some more water for cleaning. My water dish or my jar is very dirty, so I don't even want to try to use it. So I just want to get some of that blue off there. There we go. And then we'll do time travel teal. This is such a good color. It looks weird in the jar. It doesn't look like that at all when you use it. So let me pick up, oh, that's what it looks like. Some more water. I'm just getting a little bit, and we're going to, whoops, I got some chunky stuff going on over here. And then we're just going to bring it in here and there just to add a little bit of that turquoisey teal color. Okay. There it is. Let's move that around. It's just a little bit darker than the other one. It adds a little bit more depth, I think. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I think we should maybe, well, let's see. We'll see how the purples look. I do want to clean my brush really bad though. Let's see if I can just do it with a baby wipe and some water. Good enough. Yeah, that's good. I'll wipe this out, start over, get some fresh water in here. There we go, moving along. How's it going? Okay, so now I'm going to try the Witch's Potion Purple. Oh man, I can already tell this is going to be amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm going down at the bottom. Very dark, deep purple. Almost has a bluish tint. And I'm just going to finish up down here. And I kind of want to put a tiny bit of water so it can move around a little bit more. I want it to kind of go up into the, oh, there we go. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then, okay, and then we'll try the next one because I have a few purples, so I just want to see how they all look. Adding lots of colors too that are like in the same sort of families makes it a little bit more something complex or whatever. Okay, so let me clean my brush. I am still doing purple, but it's a little different. So let's do that. And then let me get this out. This is so fun. I could just do this literally all day. So let's go over here now. This is a, ooh, look at, ooh, it's so pretty. It's so bright and vibrant. Oh my goodness. I'm going to pull some of that blue up. I want to add some more of this purple. This purple is off the charts good. Like, whoa, baby. This is what I wanted. And I'm worried it's going to get more blue because I got all that blue there. Okay, look at how beautiful this is. Oh man. Okay. So good. So good. Well, now I want darker blue over there too. Whoops. Okay. Let's put some down here. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. And then I'm going to spritz it so it can move around a little bit. And you just keep playing until you're happy. You can pull some colors up. You can add more colors down. You can move them around until you have something that feels good. And let me just show you up close. Now this is still wet, of course. So some spots are kind of dark still, but I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, I want to add a little bit of that darker blue back because I went a little crazy with the purple. It's just so pretty. I couldn't help myself. I don't think I'm going to use that one though. So we'll just go back to the hydrangea blue. That was the darkest blue that we used. And let's pick some up. I got to clean my brush. Okay, and then I'm going to get this wet a little bit anyway. And then we'll add the blue back in. I do like some of that dark blue there. Okay, that's good. Okay, beautiful. Let's clean my brush. And then I'm going to dry this and kind of move it around. We'll see where we are. We can always add more, whatever we got to do. Okay. We do have this spot that's like really bright and it feels like a little different than the rest. So I'm just going to move some of this color back and forth so it can integrate a little bit more. There it is. Okay. Oh, I love when it goes down into the cracks and the veins and stuff like that. Okay, definitely close all your pots before you turn on any heat gun, or else you're going to have a big old mess and you're going to lose a bunch of beautiful magical. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to let this move around and let it dry. We've got really strong, bold colors in here. It's just fantastic. It will lighten up a little bit as it dries. So just keep that in mind. And then if you want to move color around while you're drying it, you can always tilt it. Anyway, that feels good for you. Okay, it's getting there. Some of the cracks have wetness in it still. And I'm going to get a paper towel and just kind of dab it and see if we can get some of the wetness up. There we go. Just so we can keep moving. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Let's go up close. So now look at all of this beautiful color and texture and shimmer. I don't know if you can pick up the shimmer. I'm trying to flatten this back out. It's mostly in the cracks because that's where it goes. If you can see there. Oh, it's so pretty. So now, but it looks a little bit flat, doesn't it? If you just look at it here like this, it's like, oh, that's pretty, but so the next thing I like to do is to get the gilding wax out. If you don't have gilding wax, you need to get some. And I don't care what brand it is, but this one is great. This is from Pebeo. It's their gilding wax. And I would say just get gold and silver unless there's another metallic that you really like bronze or rose gold, platinum, you know, whatever, brass, antique. There's so many. But you know, even just if you're like, I don't know if I want this, start with gold and silver and see how you like it. And I don't know. I find that I use it often. And I've had this pot literally forever and it just stays. It's just like it's gonna last forever. One second, I'm trying to find a little palette knife. What happened to my little, oh, here we go. Sorry, it's got some chunky bits on it. We don't want chunky bits. I didn't clean it well enough. It's got modeling paste. Let's see if I can peel it off. See what happened? Got little glaze on there. Just clean your tools better than I do, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna put, so I don't dip my finger right in the paste for the most part. So once in a while I do, but I try not to. So I just get a little bit and I put it on your mat or paper or whatever. And then I use my finger to move it around. You can use whatever feels good for you if you don't like to use your finger. But the finger really is the best tool I found, just because you can decide the pressure and you can really feel when you're gliding across the paper if you're pressing too hard or too lightly. I don't think that you could press too lightly, to be honest. It's, and you don't need a lot of, so I pick up some wax, right? And then I tap it off so that there's like barely any wax left. And so that really allows you to get the coverage that you want. You can be, you have as much as you or as little as you want. It's better to start with less and you can always keep adding more. But if you add too much, it's a lot harder to fix it and take it away. So less is more in this situation. And then in a second, I'll hold it up and show you. It brings out all of the texture. Anything that's raised is going to be whatever, metallic color you're putting on here. We've got this beautiful silver. So that is gonna just come through. And I got a little bit on the background underneath. It's fine. It's no big deal. You just want the majority of it to be on the raised part. And I just keep going until I'm satisfied with what I've got, which I'm pretty darn close. Just want a couple other areas. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that so great? It really stands out from the background. I think it looks fabulous. I'm really excited about this. And then sometimes I like to make a little border. So I will go around the edge too, and I'll let it be real messy so that it just gives it a little bit of like a, I don't know, kind of a grungy-ish kind of look. So now we've got this beautiful deep colors, the blue and the turquoise and the purple, with this awesome silver polish on top. Gold would also be really beautiful here. Really any of the polished metals that you want to add would be gorgeous. I could see copper, gold, brass. They're all great, just based on your preference. So there we go. So this is our base, and I think it's really done. I love the way it looks, and I'm ready to move on. So I do have some excess. I'm going to put it back, even though it touched my finger, but it'll be okay. All right, so now I have to wash this finger. You can't really use water because wax is an oil-based product. It does wipe off mostly with the paper towel, but I'll go and get some like degreaser soap, like Dawn dish soap, anything that will cut through grease or oil will take it off your hands well. And it's I don't know, it doesn't hurt my hands. I don't know. If you're very sensitive, you might want to do it a different way, but it works fine. Okay, so now we've got our background done. We're just about done. Let's bring it all together now. My fingers are nice and dirty. Okay, so we've got our girl, and we have some flowers, and we have a butterfly. So now I just need to decide, how am I going to use these elements on her? Now I was going to put the flowers in her hair, but now that she's here, I wonder if they would look better maybe down here by her neck and chin area. I kind of like it down there. And then we could put the leaves like maybe down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of like that better. What do you think there? And then the butterfly could go up in her hair, although it's kind of heavy on that side now. It could, I kind of like the butterfly between her, on her forehead. That looks pretty cool. We could put it on this side to balance it, or we could just not use the butterfly. Put it over her mouth, but then everything's down there. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe here. Yeah. What about there? Let's try it. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Let's go with the 3D Match-O. That never disappoints, and I can control how much I put on here. So if you've never seen this, this is Prima's 3D Matte Gel, and it's a staple for me really, because any sort of mixed media that I do, I'm probably gonna have to throw that away now. This is really great for sticking anything to anything. So it could be metal. I just put my palette knife away and I need it again. It could be metal or resin or plastic or whatever, fabric, paper, you know, it just is a really great adhesive. It holds things down really well. And yeah, when it dries, it's like cement. It's not going anywhere. So she's going to be right here. So I want to put these underneath her there. And then I guess I need to stick her down too, huh? So we'll use the 3D matte gel for her as well. And I'll do a thin layer. And you could, you know, I'm using the palette knife. You can use whatever tool you want to do this. And I don't need very much on this piece of paper because I want it to lay flat, and it's just paper, you know, so it doesn't need a ton of adhesive, but I want to make sure it's all over so I don't have any buckling or anything. Okay, and then we're going to put her down. And just give it a good press. Trying not to get my dirty fingers all over her face. But I think most of my stuff on my fingers is dry, hopefully. Okay, that's so pretty. And then we'll put the leaves right behind the flowers. That'll give a pop of green back there. And I'm just putting a little bit of the glue. I don't mind if it's poking through a little. It's gonna dry clear, and you know, it's really fine. I'm gonna let those leaves stick down off the bottom there. And I kind of like the flowers like poking up a little bit so they're not completely flat down. Okay, last part, butterfly. I think she can go up there, or she could be up here. Ooh, let's see. Maybe we like this better. Okay, so either here, let me see how that looks. Or we could just put her right at the top. I don't know why I'm having a hard time. Let's see. What if I do I think I like it up there. Let's do that. And remember, this is rice paper, so it's very delicate. You don't need a lot. And I'm only putting it on the body, and I'm putting actually above her head because I want the wings to be able to, oh, my fingers are very sticky. I want the wings to be able to float. That's what I was going to try to say. And it's just sticking to me because I've got glue everywhere. Okay, so that's good. I like that. So now I have to decide, I'm done, right? But do I want to color in anything on her face, or do I want to leave her black and white? I think I'll just leave her black and white. I kind of like it that way. And there's so much color going on around her that it looks pretty cute. So I think that we might be done. Let me just have a quick look and see. Is there anything else I want to do? Love my Willow Wolf brushes. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done. We made a really nice background. A lot of it, of course, is covered up, but the colors that are showing and the texture and everything is so great. And it was a fun practice. And I really love the pops of color on top that are warm. So this is our project for today. Let me flip around so I can say goodbye. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you're watching the replay, just type hashtag replay. Here's a close-up of our girl for today and that fun background and pretty flowers and stuff. And here's the stamp. So super fun. This was great. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that this was fun for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or comments, and also share in the group in Cassie's Collective on Facebook if you make a project, or if you've carved a stamp, a face, or really anything. I would love to see it. And I hope you have a lovely night and a great Friday afternoon if you're watching today. And also, yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. And let's see what tomorrow's prompt is so we can all prepare. It's buried. 1 second. So the art advent prompt for tomorrow is foil. Ooh, this is going to be good. Foil is so much fun. And I already have 5 things I want to show you about foil. So don't miss tomorrow. I'll be live at noon. It's going to be great. And tomorrow's prompt is umbrella. So yay, that's going to be fun. All right. Well, have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.